This is the Miller-Urey experiment. Before, it was believed that if food was left out, maggots would spontaneously appear on the food from nothing. This was disproved when scientists covered one piece of steak and left another uncovered, and only the uncovered one was covered in maggots. This led to the proposal of the law Omni Vivum Ex Vivo, which means life only comes from life. In 1925, a Russian biochemist named Alexander Oparin wrote a book called The Origin of Life, which thoroughly explained the progression of simple molecules to living cells. This was called Oparin's model. In the 1950s, Stanley Miller and his professor, Harold Urey, conducted an experiment and created an apparatus that modeled the water cycle. Water was put in to represent the ocean, and it was boiled to represent evaporation. Along with the water vapor, methane, hydrogen, and ammonia were put in, because back then it was believed that those were the most abundant gases on Earth at the time. A condenser was added to cool the vapor and change it into water droplets, which models precipitation and keeps the cycle going. To simulate sunlight, geothermal heat, and thunderstorms of early Earth, they added sparks to the apparatus to stimulate lightning. The experiment was used to test the first steps of Oparin's model, asking if basic chemistry leads to the rise of the complex molecules of life. After 1 week of the experiment, the water representing the ocean became brownish-black. Simple carbon compounds were found from what was heated into vapor, and those carbon compounds form more complex compounds, such as amino acids. It was determined that through a series of reactions, many complex molecules had formed, including essential amino acids such as leucine. The breakthroughs that Miller and Urey came up with led to the rise of the field of research known as prebiotic chemistry. Prebiotic chemistry is a chemistry in the natural environment before the advent of life on Earth. The Miller-Urey experiment simulated ancient Earth's water cycle with the intent to test ideas about the origin of life. The Miller-Urey experiment has two significant outcomes. One, biomolecules can form under ancient Earth-like conditions. Two, life may have emerged from chemistry, and that simple molecules can turn into molecules of life known as biomonomers. Until this experiment, these ideas were all speculation, but Miller and Urey were able to turn this speculation into science that could be further tested. While there is still more research to be done about the origins of life, Miller and Urey were able to find some of the earliest breakthroughs in prebiotic chemistry. Thanks for watching! The end.